listeners, I'm your DJ Jihi, and this is Culture Crunch. A recent Korean drama that captured audiences around the world has this memorable line. You can always make up for a mistake, but if you give up, that's when it becomes a failure. Did you have a little moment today when something didn't quite turn out as planned? That's okay, there's always a chance to make up for it. So don't dwell on today's small mistakes. Dust yourself off, get back up, and keep moving forward. Cheering you on every step of the way, here's our first song, 실수 좀 할게, We'll Make a Mistake by Bleachers.
나도 넘어지고 내 자꾸 약점을 덧내 불안함 속 너와 난 다르지 않아 실패가 두려워져 피하고 싶어 그래도 I'm on my way, I'm on my way 핑계 따윈 집어쳐 별거 없어 그냥 가는 거지 뭐 무릎이 까지고 발이 부서져도 끝이 어딘지 깜빡였어 Blah 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 부정적인 건데 go away 과감하게 저질러도 돼 내가 먼저 부딪힐게 Look at me 쓰러졌지 상처가 늘어도 털어냈지 수천번 굴러도 다시 일어섰지 Follow me 뛰어봐 do it 겁먹지 말고 follow me 정권은 다르게 hey hey 시원하게 break away 실수 좀 하면 어때 누구나 하는 건데 내 발을 대기도 전에 넌 실패할 확률을 가늠해 문제를 풀기도 전에 난 겁을 내 귀신도 아닌데 No 걱정을 또 왜 미리 삼라 예측은 다 어차피 착각 심장의 외침을 들어봐 잡생각은 때려쳐 던져봐 널 그냥 가는 것이 뭐 무릎이 까지고 발이 부서져도 끝이 어딘지 깜빡였어 Blah 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 부정적인 건데 go away 과감하게 저질러도 돼 내가 먼저 부딪힐게 Look at me 쓰러졌지 상처가 늘어도 털어냈지 수천번 굴러도 다시 일어섰지 Follow me 뛰어봐 do it 겁먹지 말고 follow me 정권은 다르게 hey hey 시원하게 break away 실수 좀 하면 어때 누구나 하는 건데 습관처럼 나도 멈추고 싶어 두렵고 피하고 모른 척 뒤로 해 거짓투성 변명뿐이라도 내 맘속 불씨는 꺼지지 않아 실수해도 나를 믿어 거짓말처럼 기세 뒤집어 여러 번 삐끗해도 돼 제 나를 봐 못한 게 뭔데 너의 시도가 날 일으켜줘 우린 결국 함께니까 Look at me 쓰러졌지 상처가 늘어도 털어냈지 수천번 굴러도 다시 일어섰지 Follow me 뛰어봐 do it 겁먹지 말고 follow me 정권은 다르게 hey hey 시원하게 break away 실수 좀 하면 어때 누구나 하는 건데
A deep dive match where we unpack Korean culture, the familiar yet hard to explain stories. This is Unspoken Korea. And today, as always, joining us is Kevin from Void. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Chihi.
Yeah, so the weather has
Hello.
been, hello, beautiful lately,
It has
right?
been nice, but it's also been hot.
It's been hot, yes.
Yes.
Not too hot yet. Still bearable, no?
It's like getting to like that fine line of bearable and unbearable. But I'll enjoy it while
Yes.
it lasts before it becomes truly unbearable. Yes.
All right. So how's your week been, Kevin?
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, it's I've been busy.
Uh-huh.
You know, we're cooking up some stuff.
Ooh.
And also we're performing. Void is performing on July 18th.
Oh.
We have at Forest Live or Subsequent Live. So if any crunches are in Korea, you can come join us and come play with me.
Ooh,
and have
save
lots
the
of fun.
date.
Yes.
July 18th.
Mhm.
Well, we have crunchers tuning in. Benny saying, good morning, Chihi and all. Happy last day of June. Yeah, it is
Already?
already.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
We're like in the second half, latter half of
I know.
the year.
Oh my gosh, it's already
That's
the second-
crazy to me.
So fast.
Why
Preppy
does time
say.
go by so fast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
time flies. It's saying hello, Chi and Kevin. Greetings from
Hello,
Wisconsin, where it's still Monday and 32.2 Celsius right now. Wow, that is
Wait,
pretty.
I don't know Celsius. Is there 32's
That's pretty hot.
pretty hot?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it is pretty hot. And
Hang in
Emily,
there.
Emily Ball, Kevin, do you want to read this? Oh, okay, I'll read it. The green looks so good on Chihi. Thank you
It
so
does.
much.
Oh, Jen HDZ0224 says, the hoodie I got, Kev. Crying face.
With a
Thank you
cry.
so much. I really like it.
It's
Yeah.
so nice.
Thank you so much.
For his
Yeah.
birthday present, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for all those comments. Do stay tuned. Now, nice weather, I think, like this always brings back old memories for me. So I was wondering, how were you like as a student? What were you like?
I was, if I'm being honest here, if I can brag a little bit,
A model student?
I was quite a model student.
Really?
Always like top of my class. And
Are you sure?
what the? What's?
No, I'm kidding.
Wow, I'm just getting
Wow.
dissed. Yeah, and I was pretty active. I did like
okay.
lots of like sports. I was on the like high school baseball and water polo teams,
Ooh.
and I did lots of music stuff too. So like orchestra and like
Wow.
stuff like that, and lots of clubs.
Oh.
I was very busy. Yeah, I
Okay.
liked being busy, and I liked doing lots of different things. So.
Oh,
like
water
student
polo.
government.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Student government even? Oh my gosh.
So it's a busy bee.
Yeah.
Busy bee.
Wow, busy bee and definitely an extrovert, it sounds like.
I
right?
think
At
I'm
school.
pretty extroverted. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you weren't like the class clown type, like joking around,
I think I was pretty funny.
Oh.
I like to think I'm funny.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I was like the class clown.
Okay.
But I feel like I was pretty like jokey with like a lot
Okay.
of people. I
Okay.
was like, yeah.
Wow. So you were like an all-rounder, it sounds like. You did this, that, studied hard, even had sense of humor.
So they say.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't say it with my own mouth.
No, but like that does sound like Kevin. And I'm sure your friends, people who know you, would agree.
Well, perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Well, looking back on your school days, I also wonder, was there like a teacher who had a particularly big impact, I guess, on your life? Someone you still
Ooh.
remember and appreciate till this day?
You know what? There is.
Ooh.
Yeah. It wasn't from my high school, middle school.
Okay.
It was from my university days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I actually had a professor. He was a physics professor.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I majored in philosophy. But originally I was like on like the philosophy and physics like dual major track kind of. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Even physics?
Yeah. So I had like
Wow.
an interest in physics. I still like physics, but
Uh-huh.
like. I didn't end up doing a double major,
Oh.
but I had a physics professor during my freshman year who was so cool,
Uh-huh.
and we would like. He was also very into like philosophy
Okay.
or like history, religion, like just like he had a very holistic approach to education, and just like the way his worldview was very, like well developed and very broad. So after class, we would like talk about like various subjects like aside from physics. And
Just you and him?
yeah.
Wow.
And we would like share like book recommendations.
Oh,
So like
wow.
yeah, we would like read and like discuss things, the literature, and just have lots of like meaningful conversations. So I still very much cherish that time I had, and
Oh,
I was
wow.
I'm very glad to have met a professor like him.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
very valuable.
Yeah,
Oh,
very, very cool.
Okay, wow. I wish there were more professors like him.
Oh,
And just-
well,
yeah.
the world needs more like teachers like him for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Chi?
I would say I remember my teacher from year 4. So that's when I first went to Thailand and went to an international school.
Oh.
And she was my first classroom teacher, year 4. Her name was Miss Rima. She was Irish.
Irish teacher,
Yeah.
but she was teaching in Thailand.
Yes,
That's
an international
quite the
school.
combo.
Yeah,
That's pretty
right?
cool. Yeah.
And she was so nice and supportive, knowing that I'm like a foreigner who's not fluent in English yet. I went to ESL, but she was so supportive, very encouraging. So I really thank her. Thanks to her, I was able to adjust well to this new school life, and I still remember her. Yeah, very
Thank
cool,
you,
nice
Miss
teacher.
Rima.
Yeah, Miss Rima.
Yeah. And thank you, Professor Queaton.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you to both of you.
Yes.
Oh, all right. You know what? Like, Korea actually has produced so many different dramas on schools, probably because of its unique education culture. It's really competitive.
So they say.
Yeah.
And
And
so I've seen.
the dedication of teachers, too, I guess. Do you have a school drama that it really stayed with you, like a Korean school related drama, perhaps?
You know what? So, like, I haven't watched many, but I think everyone's talking about it nowadays. You know, everyone knows Teach You a Lesson, right? On Netflix. So, that one, I know it's got a lot of buzz and lots of hype, but I think it's justified. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Right, right.
And we were actually talking about
We
it
were,
before this.
actually,
Yeah, we
yeah.
were talking about how we both finished it
Uh-huh.
now. So, yeah, that was very, very memorable and not just entertaining, but like I feel like there's a lot to take away from it. So, yeah, it's
True. Yeah, true. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought it up because we are actually going to be talking a little bit about that today. And our country stories related to something similar to what happens in that drama.
Oh boy.
And like you said, it really is all anyone seems to be talking about these days. Just 3 days after its release, in fact, it became #1 non-English series worldwide and topped the charts in 46 countries.
That's amazing.
It
Yeah,
is,
that's
right?
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, while issues like school bullying and declining teacher authority may be unfamiliar, I guess, to some international viewers, the show has resonated with audiences everywhere. So why do you think it's become such a global hit?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously like just from like a what's it called, like a storytelling perspective, I think it's very like engaging and immersive, and you know, it's like it's entertaining, right?
Yeah.
But I think also the bigger reason is I think it really displays the extremities and but like also like harsh realities of many like cultures and like education systems around the world. I don't think I'm like particularly have been exposed to that type of environment because I lived in the States, and I don't think that kind of culture is very prominent there. But I think many places around the world, including Korea, right? So, because it's based in Korea, I think it hits home for a lot of viewers, and not just students, but teachers also alike. You know, teachers and students, even parents,
Yeah.
I feel like can all relate to this because education is such a core like value and principle for
True.
like the youth around the world and to many like families. So. It's such a big, important topic, and it's very sensitive as well. So I feel like the show did a great job highlighting like certain issues and like very many like harsh realities. So yeah, I really think it just hit home with a lot of viewers, and
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like you said, the topic itself is quite core. It's universal, and how they produced it was also very entertaining too. But they're
Right,
not just talking about something that is ideal. Well, I guess there are ideal solutions that are mentioned there, but still, it really did hit home, resonate with international viewers. Now, they do really seem to enjoy it less as a story about Korea's education system, though, international viewers, and more as a powerful revenge action drama.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
also there. Yeah.
Yeah, that delivers justice too, you know, for all the victims. And it's following in the footsteps of hits like The Glory, which is also a revenge drama as well, also related quite to school
Oh
school
yeah,
bullying,
yeah,
right?
it is. Yeah, yeah.
And also 약한 영웅, weak
Oh,
hero.
I love this
Yeah,
drama.
you
I
watched
forgot
it,
about
right?
that one. I really like that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah. So I guess behind the global fascination with K school dramas, one of our high school crunchers sent us a story about what really happens inside today's classrooms. Let's take a listen.
Let's. Hi, I'm a regular second-year high school student. Lately, during every break, my classmates can't stop talking about Netflix's Teach You a Lesson. Everyone loves watching bullies get taken down and says it's incredibly satisfying. But once class starts, our real classroom looks nothing like the drama.
Yutan, Juyeon, wake up! Kevin, wake your desk partners up. It's class time. Open your books. You were sleeping last week too. If you're that tired, go stand in the back. Come on.
Oh, why are you telling me what to do? Can't I rest if I'm tired? Making me stand in the back is basically forcing me. That's a violation of my rights, you know? And I'm recording this. I'll report you for child abuse.
What? Are you threatening your teacher? How is telling you to wake up abuse? Put your phone away and come with me to the office.
No thanks. Why should I? Isn't forcing the student to follow you also grounds for disciplinary action? Haven't been watching the news? You keep talking about teachers' rights, but do you even know the Students' Rights Ordinance? If you so much as touch me, you'll be in serious trouble.
You? Honestly? Forget it. Just keep sleeping. Why am I even doing this?
The teacher eventually walked away, unable to hide the frustration. Some students laughed, others simply shook their heads. Teachers can no longer use corporal punishment, but now even reasonable discipline can become grounds for legal complaints. Then that afternoon, I heard my mom talking while watching the drama, and it made me think even more.
Teacher authority may have collapsed, but a teacher beating up students like they do in Teach You a Lesson? That's ridiculous. If we give teachers that much power again, I'm worried innocent kids could end up suffering from verbal abuse or excessive punishment like in the past.
Watching the drama feels satisfying, but real classrooms are filled with teachers afraid of crossing the line and students caught between discipline and individual rights. So where should we draw that line? How much discipline should teachers be allowed to exercise? And what's the real solution to fixing today's classrooms?
I think our student cruncher who sent in that story seems incredibly thoughtful. But Kevin, what did you think of that story?
Yeah, I can't imagine like how frustrating that might be, and I feel frustrated too, and I just it's so sad that this is like an actual reality for so many schools, especially in Korea, and like when you watch it like on the screen, it's like also it's already so frustrating and like disappointing, and you just want to like come on, but like just like when you think about how that's like happening. It's a real life thing. I'm just like, why?
Yeah. It's not
Very
something
unfortunate,
easy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy to handle. But let's explore this through today's first topic then. Now, topic 1, teacher authority versus student rights. Which side do you sympathize with more? Now, A, teacher authority should be restored. Teachers need clear authority and practical guidelines to maintain order and protect the majority of students. Versus B, student rights and inclusion should come first. Restoring teacher authority should never mean returning to the coercive or rights-violating practices of the past. Now, Kevin, which side do you lean toward?
Oh, this is a spicy question. I'm gonna go with. Oh gosh, you know what? I'll pick B.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
big B.
So students' rights and inclusion. Interesting. Okay. Well, Crunchers, we'd love to hear your thoughts as well. So do leave your thoughts in our YouTube comments as well. In that case,
Yeah, I'm gonna pick B because I feel like while teachers definitely need to maintain a certain amount of respect and like authority for sure, I don't deny that. I think if we're looking at the extreme end of things, I feel like students need to be in like an environment where they don't feel like threatened and like they feel like very included. And otherwise I feel like if they're like in like a very high like pressure high tension environment, I feel like it won't be ideal for their like growth or their yeah, you know, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I do. I get it, but I don't agree to a certain point because they won't be threatened unless they behave. Just like they're not behaving, you know? If they behave, there's no reason why teachers will seem threatening, you know, in the first place. So I would definitely choose A. Teachers'
Okay.
authority should be restored.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, because some students who do behave may have to pay the price because of a few students who don't behave. And I don't want that to happen. And I think teachers should remain like the powerful figures who students are to some extent scared of, you know?
So what does that exactly mean though? So it's like they should be scared of them. So like how, because like in the drama too, you know, like obviously it's like dramatized for like entertainment value and like yada yada yada. But like, you know, those like the teachers weren't holding back, right? They were just going all out on the students and like. I don't think you would endorse that type of like violence.
No,
obviously,
I don't.
You know, he's not violent, everyone. Don't worry. But like, where do you think is like the boundary you're willing to accept for the teacher to be seen as like kind of like, you know?
Yeah, like just punishments, you know? I mean, corporal punishment isn't allowed now, but punishment that would definitely, you know, make the person who didn't behave suffer from loss. And students have to be scared of receiving that.
Yeah. So can you give us some examples of what that would look like?
Like deducting points.
Deducting points.
Or not being able to, I guess, be in the classroom, you know, because they could be annoying other people who want to study and learn, you know? I mean, students' rights, it's important. But what about the students' rights of students who do want to learn, but they're getting disturbed because of these few students who don't behave and ruin the atmosphere of the classroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why teachers, they have to have that authority. And also, if disruptive behavior, I guess, of certain students or one student continues in the name of rights and autonomy, won't respectful students, like I said, end up paying the price while those who break the rules face no consequences at all, and it will just repeat, you know, without being controlled.
Yeah, I feel like problematic students, yeah, they need to like definitely have consequences. I'm not saying they don't need that, but I feel like, let me think about this.
Yeah, they will think that, oh, it's okay to do this and I can get away with it, anything. Even if I misbehave, I can get away with it. That sort of mindset is why I think teachers' authority should be restored, and that comes first.
You know what? As we're talking about this, I feel like all those scenes from the drama are like resurfacing. Where like the students are just being so annoying and I just want to like like why? I want like this I wanted them to get punished, like, you know, for their actions. I feel like that's it's coming up right now. So
yeah, it is, right?
I can see where you're coming from. Don't get too excited. But
okay.
yeah.
No, like imagine you have a child even. You have your child, but your child gets bullied at school.
Oh,
and you
goodness.
ask the teacher to do something about it, but the teacher is like, oh, I can't do much about it. And the teacher is just so scared to get punished, you know, themselves for violating other students' rights, even like legal restrictions, complaints from other parents. And so your child who's getting bullied has to suffer at school.
No, obviously that's unacceptable. No, that's
Right.
like that's a heck no. But I'm not saying teachers shouldn't have authority. They need authority. I'm just saying I feel like at the extreme ends, if it's like the teachers, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll change my answer.
Really?
Yeah, because-
Okay. Kevin changed his answer.
Yeah, because also like I'm looking at the results right now, and 86% crunchers picked A, 40%
wow.
picked B.
Wow,
So,
wow.
I think it's more like 87-13 now because I just changed my answer. But yeah, okay, I'm thinking about this again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel like kids these days need more discipline. Yeah,
True.
we're also gonna end up like the students in like the drama, and they're gonna just be like causing pandemonium and chaos, and they all need to
Yeah.
get punished. And yeah, maybe I'm not saying the teachers should do it, but maybe they need to get spanked at home.
Yeah, at home,
Yeah,
not the teachers.
yeah, I swear,
Okay.
like when I watch dramas like that and see like students behaving like that, I didn't have like crazy students like that in my schools. Obviously, there were some troublemakers, but there was no like actual like insane people like that.
Yeah.
But for schools that do have these insane people,
Uh-huh.
I feel like they need to be kept under control for the sake of students. And in a sense, that's also for the students' rights. So it all comes full circle. I'm thinking about the students because the students, I feel like, are the most important.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the teachers aren't. I'm just saying like those schools are for the students, right?
Uh-huh.
So I think in order for the students to succeed, we need to have teacher authority restored to the proper place so that they can be facilitated.
Yes, yes.
Is what
And-
I was trying to say.
Okay. And also for the majority of students who do behave as well, All right. And we have one of our crunchers saying classrooms are a mess right now, and the majority of good kids are the ones paying the price. Disciplining isn't the same as oppressing. Teachers need actual authority and real guidelines just to do their jobs. We need to fix the system to protect the classroom. Yeah,
Wow,
that is what we wanted to
preach.
say.
Yeah, that was very, very, very nicely written.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very well
Okay.
written.
And Ad Forever says, I get that teachers need support, but that shouldn't be an excuse to go back to authoritarian ways and trample on students' rights. We should fix this through better systems and counseling, not by turning the clock back to the old days of strict control.
That I also agree. Like, I'm not talking about old days, going back to the past. And also Snow is saying teacher authority is basically non-existent now. Yes, at least in Korea it's not. How can they even teach? Exactly. They can't even teach.
Yeah, and at EEE says, respect goes both ways. Students' rights shouldn't be sacrificed.
True. Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts through our comments. Continue to do that while we take a short music break. Here is Unchild by Unchild. Enjoy.
We are unchild. We are unchild. Let's paint the town. 모였지. 도시 위로 graffiti. 이상한 세상이지. 421 6pm. 너를 위한 R&B. All out top freak한 vibe. 두려움이란 방지턱 못 살고 넘어가. Who wants to come? We are like it, don't say no. We don't stop it, don't say no. Yeah. We are unchild. 단숨에 머리 위로 느낌표를 찍어봐. We are unchild. Better wake up now, but 우리는 안 서두면 돼. Steamer girls, we go higher. 흰빛의 별천장을 빼곡히 재우던 난 줄 알았어도 여전해. On this world, 비집자 끈질끈 웃겨해. 세단 세고 달려도 돼. We're young, we never end. Do well, 망설임 없는 step. Hey dad, like
We're back talking about student rights and teacher authority here on Unspoken Korea with Kevin. Now, before we continue, help us shape the future of Arirang Radio with your voice. We're listening to our global audience to make our programs even better, and you can join the 2026 Arirang Global Listener Survey right now through the pop-ups on our website and mobile app. It only takes 5 minutes, so we'll be waiting to hear from you. Now, if the conflict inside the classroom, Kevin, portrayed and teach you a lesson is this intense, then what about another side of Korean education? And I'm sure you know this, the fierce world of parental ambition and private education, which has become a staple of countless Korean school dramas, right?
Yeah, we see this all the time. It's always like the really ambitious parents.
Yeah, very competitive. Now,
very.
and you said you know this drama. One of the biggest examples is Sky Castle, right? And also Penthouse. They show the heartbreaking reality of parents who believe their child can't afford to lose even a single point or fall even one step behind. Watching, competing, and constantly comparing. And so one of our crunchers sent us a story that captures that side of Korean education. So let's hear it right now. Hello, I'm a cruncher who works as an official proctor for entrance exams at one of Daechidong's most prestigious private academies. I supervise placement tests for the top 1% elementary students, hoping to enter the medical track class. Well, every weekend when testing day comes around, our lobby feels like a battlefield without gunfire. Not long ago, something happened during an exam that left me completely shaken.
Teacher, my stomach really hurts. I can't breathe. I can't even see the questions anymore. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, are you okay? Let's stop the test for now and go to the nurse's office. You can always take the exam another day.
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Why are you stopping my child's exam? My child has spent 6 months preparing for this placement test. Do you realize that if Kevin leaves now, they'll lose their chance to get into the medical track class this semester?
But ma'am, Kevin is hyperventilating and in pain. Shouldn't your child's health come before an exam score? This could become a serious medical emergency.
Emergency? Don't be ridiculous. The kid next door had a 39-degree fever, took medicine, finished the exam, and still made it into the top class. If my child falls behind today, it's over. Are you going to take responsibility for Kevin's future? Kevin, pull yourself together. Pick up your pencil. Mom's watching. Keep writing.
Ma'am, people get sick. Missing one exam isn't the end of the world. Expecting your child to sacrifice their health for a test? Isn't that going a little too far?
Clearly, you don't understand today's admissions culture. How are you even qualified to supervise these exams? In Korea, if everyone else keeps running out and your child slips just once, they're the only one left behind. Only the people who endure and push harder survive. And besides, I'm paying to invest in my child's future. What's wrong with that?
After hearing that, I checked the Academy's online parent forum. Every night, it felt like a modern battlefield where parents quietly fired shots at one another.
Real-time report. The student sitting in the front row of classroom 3 keeps coughing. If they're sick, they should stay home and study. If my child's concentration suffers, who's going to take responsibility? I'm number 7 on the waiting list. If anyone ahead of me isn't registering this month, please cancel today. Some of us are paying thousands of dollars every month while desperately waiting. It's only common courtesy.
It was filled with cold selfishness. If anything threatened my child's success, another child's illness or someone else's circumstances didn't matter. Ever since then, every time I walk into that academy, I feel like I can't breathe. Is pushing children to run nonstop, ignoring even their own pain, simply a parent's responsibility in a competitive society? Or have children's happiness and healthy growth disappeared, replaced by a society terrified of falling behind by even just 1 point?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, Crunchers, what do you think of that story? While Kevin and I discuss it, leave your thoughts in our YouTube comments or send us messages through our Instagram account as well, okay? Well, it's heartbreaking to hear something like this and thinking that it actually happens in reality. We cheer for justice in dramas, yet in real life, parents build walls around one another because they're terrified their child will be left behind or will be falling behind, you know?
Yeah.
So,
oh man, this is
yeah,
so
what do you
just
think?
tragic. I
It
think
is.
this is honestly like I could go as far to say that is this could potentially be like Korea's biggest like one of the Korea's biggest like maybe like what's it called? Like almost like failure. I feel like to our youth or like to students. Like, I just feel like no matter like if you create this type of like toxic like culture, if you foster this kind of ultra competitive culture where like even a single point feels like they're getting left behind. Like that can't possibly produce like a healthy generation or like
Yeah.
healthy like, you know, it's a healthy culture where people can like really thrive. Yeah, I feel like this is just like calling for constant anxiety, stress, and like just like premature like health issues and depression and like just like lots of like mental health issues and I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah.
Students, I mean, they can be really sensitive, but being taught like this definitely doesn't sound healthy, like you said. But university entrance exams, you know, they exist everywhere. It's universal. It can get competitive, but it's nothing like 대치동, you know, where even elementary school students, like we heard in the story, spend their days moving from academy to academy, 학원, we say here in Korea, right? Until 10 or 11 at night.
Yeah. And we don't have anything like that like in the States. That's like unheard of. Like yes, obviously there's like preparatory like you know like academies and there's like I guess like consulting and like stuff like that. But it's like
It's not like a common thing.
yeah, I mean like, if you can afford it, yeah, people do it, but it's like not like a thing where every parent needs to like I don't know, like sell everything they have just so their child can attend this. It's like not obligatory. It's just like it's like a privilege, you know? But yeah, I feel like just like growing up like and like just the culture you see even just like in like American entertainment, like
Yeah.
film or movies or like TV shows, it's pretty similar the vibe, you know? You go to school, you know, you like have a good time with your friends or like, you know, you maybe do some activities.
Yeah.
After school you like maybe go to your sports practice or like club or like I don't know, like do your like whatever hobby you have. and
Yeah.
go home, do your homework.
Yeah.
Hopefully do your homework. And
Study for exams if it's exam period.
yeah,
right?
or like maybe not because sometimes you just have bad habits like I did and like always push it to the last night before. Don't be like me. But you know, you do that. And like, you know, you hang out with your friends, you know,
Yeah.
you like you it's pretty healthy, I feel like. And I'm not saying like, you know, if you want to work hard, you know, I'm all for that. You know, like I was pretty ambitious too, but
yeah.
I feel like, yeah, just like after school, like 100% you have to go to like this hagwon, stay there until late at night, and then study afterwards until like you can't like stay awake anymore. Then sleep, wake up, do that all over again, 24/7, 365. That's insanity. I can't endorse that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it does really seem like Korean children, most of them, are placed on this competitive track from an early age.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Now, if you become a parent someday, which approach do you think you'd take? Would you say everyone else is doing it, so I'd invest in the best private education to keep my child competitive? Or my child's happiness comes before grades? I'd rather let them grow up freely. What would you choose?
You know what? My real answer is that it's neither.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
how do I say this? It's like I definitely don't want to just be like I don't want to put my child through like this horrible process where like I risk like their health and like their well-being just being like completely like ruined or like very like hurt. And obviously I do think happiness is very important. But I think the most important thing in a sense for me is like I just want them to experience like the fullness of life. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think it's like it's like just like I don't want to get too philosophical or like
No, you can get
too much.
philosophical.
Okay. Well, if you let me, then it's like I don't think, or I just think life is so. There's so much potential to like the fullness of life. There's so much to experience and like so much to just like explore. And I don't think happiness is like always like this like the number one thing. I feel like there's so much more like because there's like hardship and suffering, like that's why there's also like joy, like fulfillment or like something worthwhile and there's like meaning. So I think that I would want my child to definitely I need them to like go through like some type of like
Education, studying, right?
or just like hardship, you know. There needs to
okay.
be difficulty.
Oh, okay.
You know? You can't play life on easy mode. You know, if you're playing a game, it's not fun if it's easy mode. It's not worth it, you know. You got to go through that journey. It's got to be that arduous, like, you know, you start with like nothing and then you work for it and like
Okay.
you go through that journey and you play on like hard difficulty. But when you get to that like end of reward, that's when it's rewarding. You know?
Okay.
So, I mean, yes, I would very much value like my child's like happiness and like making sure they feel like very fulfilled. But I would want them to find their own approach, you know, like what they truly want to explore, and have them freely do that. But also make sure they get enough like rigorous, like challenging, like they're challenged, because if they're not, then that's going to be. They need that for growth, you know. You need like that tension and friction for growth.
Oh,
there needs to be
okay.
some type of suffering,
Okay.
but because suffering is not all bad. Everyone,
Yeah.
like suffering is there's a very like important aspect to it.
Okay.
And anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping. But yeah.
No, I mean 연미림 is saying 뭐야 케빈 말 진짜 위로됨. Thanks with a
Oh really?
crying face. Yeah. It was-
I'm glad that.
Oh,
that's
she
good.
found comfort in your words.
화이팅.
Well, the parents in today's story argues if every other child keeps running and mine stops, they'll be left behind. And as a parent, I have no choice. It's my responsibility to prepare them for this competitive world. So that's like the parent type that we saw in the story. It's not an argument we can simply dismiss. So let's move to today's final debate then. Here's topic 2. If you were a parent in Korea's education system, what would you choose? A, in a fiercely competitive society, it's a parent's responsibility to help their child keep up, even if that means joining that race. B, no matter how important admissions are, forcing children to focus only on studying is simply too harsh. So, Kevin, which side would you choose?
I'm gonna go with B. And yeah, so if I'm looking at the extreme again, then I can empathize with A. I can empathize with the parent because no parent wants to see their child get left behind or like, you know, be like ostracized by society. And it's just like a very, 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 very tragic, unfortunate reality that Korea has made it like such like a almost like an mandatory like goal for like students to get into the top schools or like you know get into the top 1%.
Yeah.
Otherwise they feel like outcasted or like isolated or like just the fact that type of like sentiment exists in society here just like is so unfortunate to me because I don't think being like the top 1% of your class or like you do well on exams like you know like this like one really famous exam you know I don't think that defines who you are as a person at all. Like, how could pen and paper, like filling in bubbles, determine like someone's worth? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, there's so much more richness to like life and like the human experience than like knowing what to fill in the blank with or like, you know, like how good you are at solving this certain equation. Like, you know, if you like doing that type of thing, like, good for you. You know, like I'm all for that. You know, we need academia, we need our academics, but even in academia, there's so much more. Okay, I need to stop ranting.
No,
but like,
no, I totally get you. I get you, but I disagree. Although I do understand, and I would choose A. So parents, it is parents' responsibility to push their child to join that race, especially when you're living in Korean society. And I think I get it that, and I do agree that the scores that you get, how good you are at school, doesn't define who you are, but you should teach your child that it's something separate. You know, as a student, it's your job and role to study. You know, and you have to be disciplined and you have to know how to take on your role like that at an early age in order to adjust well to society. And if you want to do something that you want to do in the end to find your own happiness, meaning in life, then you have to study first, you know, because that will give you better opportunities, at least when you're living in Korea. And I feel like it's the parents' responsibility to teach your student that. Yeah.
Oh, I can see that the fire.
Tiger mom style, right?
She's gonna be a tiger mom, everyone.
Yeah, but
She's scary.
but I am going to also let the child, you know, do whatever else
Are
they
you
want to
sure
do.
about that?
Yeah, enjoy activities like
Well, what if they want to play
clubs.
video games?
I will allow that too, but they will have to have like certain time slots, you know, have discipline, guidelines, rules to do whatever they want to do.
30 seconds playing games, 30 hours studying.
30 seconds. That's just like turning on the computer. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I feel like you should separate that. I mean, wanting your child to be happy, like you said, is understandable totally. But if they grow up without the opportunities that a good university or even career can provide, the reality they face later on, you know, it could be harsher. And what if they blame you later on too? Saying, why didn't you tell me to study harder back then? Could you, could pushing them to study now really be dismissed as like cold or heartless? Or are you looking into the future, you know?
Okay.
For the children.
No,
for the child.
I can see where you're coming from. I used to think very similarly. But I think, okay, I don't know. My personality is very like, how do I say this? I'm a very like romantic, like not in or okay. Sorry, this is
No,
weird.
I get it,
Not
like-
in like the okay or
Not in a lovey.
I'm not talking about the relationship
Yeah,
sense right
yeah,
now. I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about like about life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very like the
Idealistic?
optimistic,
Optimistic,
idealistic. Yes, there's also like a deeply rooted like cynicism sometimes because of like the harsh reality of like human nature. But that's a different topic.
Okay.
But there's like I also, especially nowadays, I feel like there's so many opportunities outside of the traditional education system,
Okay.
especially with like the age of like just like social media and the internet and like, and this is like controversial, but also like AI. Like there's so many like new frontiers to be explored right now, and there's just so many crazy things happening. And like, I wish I was more like up to date with everything, but like because of I'm so busy like being being Kevin and Void, like I'm not able to like fully like immerse myself into all these like exciting like projects happening around the world. But there's so many cool things happening, and I feel like there's so many ways for people if they just want to like if they just lock in a little bit and like really like start studying and like understanding like the new way like the world is going around and like the kind of the trends. I feel like there's so many ways to like escape like the traditional like system, you know?
Okay.
So I feel like you don't. Yes, in the past, I feel like you needed to like do really well in school, like. And I'm not saying I'm not saying don't study. Yes, you should study, and like I think, but more than just like studying for the sake of studying, just so you can like do well on like exams. I feel like people need to study for the sake of like real learning and like hopefully like the love of knowledge and like applicable knowledge that you can like really just like use immediately in your life to like, I don't know, build something really cool or like just like gain a deeper understanding of a certain topic that helps you like enrich in your worldview, and that'll lead you to like making a better decision later on. But like, if you're just like under the pressure to like do well on tests and that's why you're studying, that's not long lasting. That only gets you so far. And let's say you do get into a good school and like I don't know, and then you do get a good job. It's like, but did you ever like really like learn for the sake of learning and like really enrich? okay, I can see why this is very idealistic. And
No.
like,
I totally agree with that one. Like, you're not studying just to get good points. You know, the point is you're studying to gain knowledge and to really build that mindset and that disciplined sort of character in order to take on other challenges of life. And that starts with studying, is what I think. And you know how, like, we have jobs, right? And our job and hobbies, people say you have to separate it usually. And with students, studying and like enjoying life should be a separate sort of matter, I feel like. Yeah. It's hard, but okay. 86%. It's the other way around now.
it's
Chose
reversed.
B.
It's reversed.
All
yeah.
right. Yeah. Agreeing more with what you chose, Kevin. K Reality is saying, let's be real. If you don't push them now, they'll get left behind later. In Korea, education is still the safest bet for their future. Totally agree. Want to read the next one?
Yeah, grind culture only says it's hard, but being a parent means making tough choices. I'd rather they suffer a bit now than struggle for the rest of their lives.
Oh, okay. And Chill is saying getting into a top uni doesn't guarantee happiness anymore. Mental health matters way more than grades. Let kids be kids. That also I would agree. All right. I mean, it's not an easy issue. We've been talking about students' rights, the authority of teachers, as well as parents' responsibility over their child, letting them study, be in the competitive track, or just letting them be kids, growing them.
Yeah. Honestly,
Really?
this is such a difficult
It
conversation
is.
because I feel like this also just depends so much on like every like family's like circumstances and like, everything. So at the end of the day, I just hope we can foster a healthy environment where we always say this, but balance is also very important. And hopefully it won't be as like high pressure or like just like unhealthy, but we can just like foster really healthy learning environments.
Yes. Hopefully. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed our today's episode on Unspoken Korea, but we'll have to sign off with our last song now. Here is 그해 여름 Once in a Summer by Infinite. Shall we say goodbye together, Kevin?
All right. Goodbye.
Keep
Keep crunching. And then fighting to all the students out there. 힘내고.
진하게 번져와 매일에도 그리움 가득히 나에게 또